Each Lent is given to us as a time to more fully enter into the passion, the death, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and to come to receive the gift of salvation at a deeper level within our hearts. And Jesus, in today's gospel, he reminds us of those three aspects of almsgiving, prayer, and fasting. And he reminds us, look at your motives and why are you doing them? Why are you getting your heads anointed with ashes today? And what significance does it have? And Jesus reminds us that whether it be almsgiving, whether it be prayer, whether it be fasting, that it is never done for others to see. It is never done to bring attention to myself or to earn things from God by saying, well, Lord, if I give this much in alms, or if I begin to tithe and give 10%, or if I make a donation here, or if I help with the poor or homeless here, then you owe me this. Or if I pray, then give me this, this, and this. And there can be multiple motives for fasting, from dieting and losing weight, all the way to doing it for the real reason, to grow more in love with God. And that is the real reason for all three of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. It is to grow in intimacy with the Lord. And the most important is prayer. And my sisters and brothers, I encourage you, examine how much time during the day do you really take to pray? And do you truly make an effort to go to Mass every weekend? To go to confession regularly? Because all of those are given to us to help us to come to know and receive the Father's mercy, the Father's love, so that we can truly grow in holiness. And that is why prayer each day is so important. Pope Francis today reminded the people when he was celebrating Mass, stop trolling on your cell phones and spend quiet time with the Lord. And look at how much time each and every one of us spends on our cell phones or our iPads, or sitting in front of television or other things during the day. And how much time do we spend with the one who loves us most? With the one who is going to give us true happiness and not just fleeting happiness. And whether we are fasting, whether we are giving alms, and most especially in our prayer, we are to grow in that relationship with the Lord. That is his deepest desire for us. And he reminds us, your Father who sees in secret will repay you. And he says that 3 times for each one of prayer, almsgiving, and fasting. And so with that, I encourage you during this Lenten season to look at and examine, how well do I truly know and love Jesus Christ? How well do I receive the love of the Father for me as his beloved Son, as his beloved daughter? Am I truly in love with Jesus, with the Father, with the Spirit? And my sisters and brothers, that is where conversion takes place, is in receiving that love. And do not listen to the voice of the devil, because the devil will come in and he will say, well, none of this is true. Or the devil will come in and he will say, you are unworthy. Or the devil will come in and say it's impossible for you to be a beloved daughter or son of the Father because of all your sins or the things you have done in the past. But when we look at the Gospels, we see the mercy of the Father. Whether it be in the prodigal son, whether it be in Jesus on the cross, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Or whether it be when he is teaching his disciples, and they ask, how many times must we forgive? And the Lord responds, 70 times 7. Mercy is there. The important thing is to desire not to continue sinning, not to continue to justify your sin, but to embrace the Lord in love and to trust in him to forgive your sin, to heal your wound, to give you the grace. And that if you do fall, you can always go to confession. And the devil will tempt you with saying, well, I'm never supposed to fall again. And that too is a lie, because all of us fall, all of us sin. And the important thing is to get to confession as soon as possible and not to be discouraged. And so examine your hearts. Pray for a deeper conversion, a deeper openness to receiving the Father's love for you. And ask the Lord to help you to give witness by your actions, by your deeds, to the truth of Jesus Christ and what he is doing in your life. Because it is precisely your witness and your holiness that will invite others to come to encounter Jesus. And so in whatever way the Lord is speaking to you on this Ash Wednesday of 2020, open your heart to that. and ask the Lord, help me to see where in my life I need conversion. And as you receive the Eucharist, go there full of confidence in the Lord's love for you. And remember always to return to your place and speak to the Lord heart to heart, opening your heart to Him in that prayer, trusting in Him and in His love for you. The Lord has revealed the depth of His love in His death and in His resurrection, and in the Eucharist that He feeds us with. As you receive that, may this Lenten season be a time of conversion for you, so that you may grow in holiness and seek the will of the Father each day.